Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel once again. And guys, today in this video, I am going to share with you my experience. Okay, how I cleared and how I was prepared to uh, you know pass this exam AZ-900 Azure Fundamental. So I am a Azure Fundamental AZ-900 certified right now. Okay, I have done this certification. So that is what I'm going to discuss with you. I have collected some around 90 questions, and those are objective questions, and as well as I will be telling you about the answers of those questions. I hope this is going to be useful. I'm sure definitely there will be 15 to 20 question will be coming from this video. So make a note, and all the best. Okay guys, so here what we are going to see is what we are going to learn in this video. There are 90 questions with answers. Okay, and I'm sure you can clear once if you go through all the questions by one. So let me begin with the very first one. So guys, the very first question is let me take highlighter as well. So a question is asking you which type of scaling involves adding or removing resources such as virtual machine or container to meet the demand. So even in my couple of videos I spoke about it already. Okay, resource management. So you want to add or remove resources such as virtual machine and containers. So what kind of technology you will use here? Basically it is a scaling type of scaling, because scaling has two types. One is vertical scaling and the second one is horizontal scaling. So you got three options. One is vertical scaling, second one is horizontal scaling, and the third one is direct scaling. So you have to select the correct one. What is the correct answer here? So the correct answer is horizontal scaling, because horizontal scaling adding or subtracting a number of resources. So you can see virtual machine is a resource. Okay, it is not a capacity. And if you talk about vertical scaling is to increase the capacity of particular resource. So you should know the difference between this, and if you want you can go through my channel and check the video, and even I will upload some more videos separately, step by concept by or topic by topic, 6 or 7 videos coming up series. So the correct answer for this is horizontal, not direct and vertical. So guys, make a note of this. Okay, and this was my question, in my examination, one of the questions. And the next question, what is characterized as the ability of the system to recover from failure and continue to function? Like, it is telling you have a problem and you want to recover it from failure immediately and function continuously. So what is that ability? Like reliability, predictability, or scalability? So you should answer this question reliability. Okay, so reliability is the ability of a system to recover from failure and continue to function, and it is one of the pillar of Microsoft Azure well architect framework. Okay, so mark the first one is your answer, reliability. Let's see the next question. So guys, the next question is telling you which cloud service type is most suited to lift and shift migration from on-premises to cloud deployment. You are moving your physical infrastructure from your physical data center, on-site data center to cloud deployment. So most suited. Okay, lift and shift. So what it is actually, which one? Like infrastructure as a service or platform as a service, software as a service? So the answer should be infrastructure as a service. Why? Because with an infrastructure as a service type, you can approximate your on-premises environment, making a lift and shift transition to the cloud relatively straightforward. Okay, so PaaS is not your answer, software as a service is not your answer. Your answer should be infrastructure as a service. Next question, what type of cloud service would a finance and expense tracking solution typically be in, you want some sort of solution like finance and expenses tracking solution. Okay, so in which category it will go? Okay, what type of service you should hire or you should take? Okay, whether it is infrastructure as a service or platform as a service, software as a service. Okay, so the correct answer is software as a service, because you are asking for ready-made solution. Okay, finance and expense tracking, you should look at the question logically. Okay, you should not do things by heart. You should look at logic, I mean, you should look logically at the questions. It is asking for solution and that should be ready made. So software as a service will provide you solution like SaaS provides access to software solutions such as finance and expenses tracking, email or ticketing system. So mark the answer, software as a service, not platform as a service and infrastructure as a service for this question. So guys, we have done 4 questions. Now we will move to the next one. What is cloud computing? This was the one of the questions I was facing in examination. Okay, so what is cloud computing? Cloud computing is nothing but it is a delivery of computing services over the internet. Okay, it is not a delivery of storage. Storage services and website, all this comes under compute service, cloud computing I should say. Okay, so this is the first answer, I mean correct answer. Okay, and the next question guys, which cloud model uses some data centers focused on providing cloud services to anyone that wants them, and some data center that are focused on a single customer? So it is a combination of two. Okay, okay, you can see here, anyone means more number of people and single customer means one. So it is a combination of, so it should be, what should be the answer should be hybrid, because it is a combination of, see, if you are talking about single customer that means private. Okay, if you are talking multiple customers that means public. So hybrid is a combination of public and private cloud or multi-cloud. Okay, so answer should be hybrid cloud, B. The hybrid cloud model is a combination of public cloud and private cloud, using both data center dedicated solely to one customer and data center that are shared with the public. So answer should be B. Let's see the next question. So guys, the next question is like, according to the share responsibility model, which cloud service type places places the most responsibility on the customer? So you are getting more responsibility on customer. Okay, I have already discussed in separate video about the share responsibilities. So you are getting most responsibilities on the customer. So let's see whether it is infrastructure as a service or software as a service and platform as a service. So guys, very simple. In infrastructure as a service we will have more responsibilities as a customer. Okay, if you are using platform as a service, here you will have less responsibilities. Even if you are going for software as a service, there you will have very limited only. You will have to pay for what you are using actually. Okay, so if you are talking about more responsibilities, so it goes to infrastructure as a service. Okay, so answer should be A. Now let me tell you about the next question. So guys, true or false you have to select. Okay, you need to purchase an Azure account before you can use Azure resources. So this is a statement, you have to select whether it is true or false. So it is telling you you should purchase a Azure account. No, it is not required. Okay, because you can create, you know, you can use free. Okay, which is provided by the Azure. So you do not need to have a like Azure account before you can use Azure resources. So you can use, uh, answer should be false first of all, because why? Let's see. That's correct answer. You can use Azure free account or Microsoft Learn Sandbox to create resources. So this statement is false. Okay. The next question is, what is meant by cloud computing? Once again, it is a delivery of services over internet. So straightforward, your answer should be A. Okay, delivery of cloud computing over internet. The next question, guys, which of the following is not feature of the cloud computing? Like faster innovation, a limited pool of services, speech recognition, and other cognitive services. So guys, here this should be your answer. Okay, which of the following is not feature? It is talking about is not feature of cloud computing. So it has lots of services and there is no limitation. Okay, so answer should be B. A limited pool of service is not correct about cloud computing. Okay, because the cloud offers a nearly limitless pool of raw compute storage and networking component to help you deliver innovative and novel user experience quickly. So it is not limited. Okay, now let me move to the next question. The next question is asking you, like, which of the following choices isn't cloud computing category? So guys, you can see you've got four options here: platform as a service, infrastructure as a service, software as a service, and the first one is networking as a service. Question is asking you, isn't a cloud computing service or category? Okay, so networking as a service is not a cloud computing category. So the answer should be the very first one, A. Now, which of the following statement is true? So it is asking about operating expenses. So guys, with operating expenses, you are responsible for purchasing and maintaining your computing resources. The next one is, with operating expenses, you are only responsible for computing resources that you use, and with capital expenses, you are only responsible for computing resources that you use. So the answer goes to B. Your answer should be B, because operational expenses is what? All about what you are using. Okay, so answer should be B. And let me reveal. You can see, so you are only responsible for computing resources that you use. So answer is B here, this one. Now I will move to the next one. The next question is, which of the following option isn't a type of cloud computing? Okay, so you have to tell once again, like you can see, hybrid is a cloud computing, and private public is cloud computing, and distributed cloud is not part of cloud computing. Okay, so answer should be A. Next question, guys, which of the following choices isn't a benefit of using cloud service? So here it is telling isn't a benefit of using cloud services. Okay, so let's see, like scalability, okay, and disaster recovery, high availability, and the fourth one is geographic isolation. So guys, the first three is a benefit of using cloud service, but the rest of, like fourth one, geographic isolation is not a benefit of using cloud services. So you should keep answer this one. Okay, you can choose fourth one. Now next question, which of the following can be used to manage governance across multiple Azure subscription? So like Azure initiatives, management groups, and resource group. So guys, if we are talking about multiple Azure subscriptions, so management group is responsible for this. You should answer B as your question, because management group facilitate the hierarchical ordering of Azure resources into collection. Okay, so you should go through my videos also, what I have uploaded already, so you will understand in detail. Okay, so the next question is, which of the following is a logical unit of? It is telling you logical unit of Azure services, that links to an Azure account. So what it is actually, guys, it is a subscription basically. Okay, Azure subscription. If you're talking about logical units. Okay, so let's see answer. Let me reveal the answer. Azure subscription. So Azure subscription is a logical unit of Azure services. Now I will take you to the next question, which is 17th. So which of the following feature does not apply to resource group? So guys, you got three options here. Like resources can be in only one resource group, role based access control can be applied to resource group, and resource group can be nested. So you have to select does not apply. Okay, so C is your answer. Okay, answer is resource group can be nested. It is telling you can be nested, but it cannot be nested. Okay, resource groups cannot be nested, so you have to select this option because it is does not apply to resource group. The next question, which of the following statement is valid about Azure subscription? So once again you should pay attention, like it is a logical unit. Okay, just now I told you in my second slide, Azure subscription is nothing but it is a logical unit of Azure services. So straightforward you should select this answer B. Next one, which Azure compute resource can be deployed to manage a set of identical virtual machines? Okay, you have to deploy identical virtual machine. This was the question I had to face in the exam. Okay, and you can see like virtual machine scale sets, virtual machine availability sets, and virtual machine availability zone. So your answer should be first one. Okay, answer is virtual machine scale set. Next question we will see 20th. So guys, which of the following services should be used when primary concern is to perform work in response to an event, and often by a REST command that needs a response in few seconds? So it is all about Azure function. Okay, so if we are talking about like events and all, events, triggers and all, so it goes to Azure function. It doesn't take much time, it responds in a few seconds or milliseconds. So Azure function, you can see Azure function is used when you need to perform work in response to an event. Okay, and timer or message from another Azure service, and when that work can be completed quickly, so within a second or less. Azure function should be the answer for this question. Next question is asking you, your company has a team of remote worker that need to use Windows based software to develop your company's applications, but your team member are using various operating systems like Mac OS and Linux and Windows. So which Azure compute service would help resolve this scenario? So what you want, you have 10 to 15 users sitting across the world and they want to access, okay, your Azure applications and resources. So you can use Azure Virtual Desktop. Okay, very simple. So guys, Azure Virtual Desktop enables your team member to run Windows in the cloud with access to the required application for your company's need. Okay, next question, like ABCD traders, you got one company name here. Okay, so for example I gave this, it can be anything here, wants to create a secure communication channel between its branch office, and which of the following technology can't be used? Okay, you should pay attention here. They don't want to use this technology for communication tunnel. So like what it is, point to point, point to site virtual machine private network, or implicit FTP over SSL Azure Express route site to site virtual machine. So guys, the answer is B. Okay, that's the correct answer because FTP over SSL can't be used to create secure communication tunnel. Next question, again ABCD company wants to use Azure Express Route to connect its on-premises network to the cloud, Microsoft Cloud. Which of the following choice isn't an express route model that this company can use? Okay, for example, Thailand traders or tailwind traders. Okay, so ABCD instead of this, and you have to select like any to any connection they don't want to use. Okay, site to site virtual private network, point to point ethernet connection, and cloud exchange collocation. So the answer should be site to site private network. It is not an express route model basically. Okay, and the next one is, which of the following option can you use to link virtual networks like network address translation, multi class, multi chassis link aggregation, dynamic host control, and virtual network peering? So answer should be D. Okay, virtual network peering, because it is telling you to link virtual networks. Next question, which of the following option isn't a benefit of express route? So redundant connectivity, consistent network throughput, encrypted network communication. So this is not a benefit. Express route will not encrypt your communication. Okay, what is the first step that you would take in order to share an image file as a blob in Azure storage? So guys, you have to create first of all Azure storage account. Okay, so your answer should be B. The rest of you can read. Create an Azure account, storage account. Next question, which of the following option is better for storing data for backup? And this was the question for me in examination. So for this guys, mark C question. Okay, blob storage is very useful for restore, disaster recovery, and whatever is mentioned here. Azure blob storage. And your deployment team, okay, your development team is interested in writing graph based application that take advantages of the Gremlin API. Which option would you use? So again here your answer should be A, Azure Cosmos DB, because it supports lots of API. Okay, so guys, you can see Azure Cosmos DB. Azure Cosmos DB supports SQL, MongoDB, and Cassandra tables and Gremlin APIs. Okay, so answer should be A. The next one, like again, ABCD uses LAMP stack for several of its websites. Which option would be ideal for migration? So guys, here MySQL uses LAMP. Okay, so you should select B as your answer, Azure database for MySQL. Next question, let me take you to, once again, ABCD has millions of log entries. Okay, you should pay attention, millions of log entries that it wants to analyze. Which option would be ideal for analysis? So here Azure Synapse Analytics, this option gives you this option will be helpful for millions of log entries calculation purpose. So this is like, it is a technology, is the logical choice for analyzing large number of data. Next question, how ABCD traders enforce having only certain application run on its virtual machines? So you want now only certain applications should run on its virtual machine. So what this company can do, like they can connect your virtual machine to Azure Sentinel or control uh, create an application control rule in Azure Security Center. Okay, and this is the third one, like periodically run the script and all. So you can use option B, create an application control rule in Azure Security Center. Okay, guys. Next question: What what is the easiest way for ABCD traders to combine security data from all of its monitoring tool into single report that it can take action on? So what you can use for this, like look through each security log daily? No. Build a custom tool that collects security data? No. They can use collect security data in Azure Sentinel. Okay, so the A is your answer, because uh, Azure Sentinel is Microsoft's cloud-based SIEM, and you can read a couple of things. So I'm just taking you through the basic idea. Answer should be A. Okay, so make a note, because if I tell everything, it will be a very lengthy video. So guys, the next question is, which is the way for ABC traders to safely store its certificates so that they are accessible to cloud virtual machines? So what they can use, which way, what way, the best way, like place the certificates on the network share, store them on a virtual machine that's protected by password, or store the certificates in Azure Key Vault. So this is your answer. Next question: how can ABCD traders ensure that certain virtual machine load are physically isolated from workload being run by other Azure customer? Okay, so the answer you have to select, and you can choose what you want to choose from here. Like, let's see. Okay, configure the network to ensure that virtual machine on the same physical host are isolated. This is not possible. These workloads need to be run on premises. Run the virtual machine on Azure dedicated host. So this should be your answer, guys. Azure dedicated host provides dedicated physical server to host your Azure virtual machine for Windows and Linux. Okay, next one. We have reached 35 only. We have to complete 90. Okay, guys. So an attacker can be bring down your websites by sending a large volume of network traffic to your servers. So which of the service can help ABCD trader protect its app instances from this kind of attack? So what you can use, like you have to keep safe from attackers, whether you can use Azure Firewall, Network Security Group, or Azure DDoS. So you have to use third one. Okay, and next question is, what is the best way for tailwind any traders, okay, to limit all outbound traffic from virtual machine to known host? So what you can configure here? Okay, answer should be then create application rule in the Azure Firewall and configure no. Ensure that all running application communicate with only trusted port and host. Answer should be Azure Firewall. Okay, Azure Firewalls enables you to limit outbound HTTPS traffic to a specific list of fully qualified domain names. Okay, and next question: how can ABCD traders most easily implement a deny by default policy so that virtual machine can't connect to each other? So guys, allocate each virtual machine on its own virtual network, or create a network security group rule that prevent from access from another virtual machine in the network. Okay, so you should select either one, or A or B answer. So answer is security group you have to create here. Answer should be B. Likewise, the next question, how can the IT department ensure that employee at the company's retail store can access company's application only from approved tablet devices? So this goes to conditional access. Okay. Conditional access enable you to require users to access your application only from approved or managed devices. The next one is, how can IT department use biometric properties such as facial recognition to enable delivery drivers to prove their identities? So here, ensure biometric, they should use multi-factor authentication. Okay. So authenticating through multi-factor authentication can include something that user know, something the user has, and something the user is. That is known as multi-factor authentication. Next one, how can the IT department reduce the number of times user must authenticate to access multiple applications? So for this, they can use single sign-on, SSO. Next question, where can the team access details about the personal data Microsoft processes and how the company processes it, including for Cortana? So Microsoft privacy statement, the Azure compliance documentation, Microsoft compliance offering. So it should be Microsoft privacy statement. Okay, personal data Microsoft processes. Answer should be A. The next one, where can the legal team access information around how the Microsoft Cloud helps them secure sensitive data and comply with application law and regulations? So it is like Trust Center or Microsoft Privacy Statement or online services. You got three options and it is Trust Center. Okay. Next one, where can the IT department find reference blueprint that it can apply directly to its resource, Azure subscriptions? Like you got online service term or Azure compliance documentation or Microsoft privacy statement. So you have three options here and you can select Azure compliance documentations. Okay, the answer is B. Now, which is the best first step the team should take to compare the cost of running these environments on Azure versus data centers? So you have to compare between data center, physical data center on premises and cloud. So what you can use, run the total cost of ownership calculator. Okay, let's see. Yes. So guys, here I will tell you there are two things here. Okay, one is comparing. If you are comparing, then use total cost of ownership calculator. Now I will tell you the next question. What is the best way to ensure that development team does not provision too many virtual machine at the same time? Okay, so do nothing, apply spending limit, or verbally give them deployment. Do nothing, apply spending limit to the development team Azure subscription. This should be the answer, B. Okay. Next question, which is the most efficient way for the testing team to save cost on virtual machine on weekends when testers are not at work? So what you can do, just let everything run. Now deallocate virtual machine when they are not in use. Okay. Next question, resources in the development and test environment are each paid for different departments. What is the best way to categorize cost by department? So what you can do, you can use tags. Okay, apply a tag to each virtual machine that identifies the appropriate billing department. Next question, here is like what is the SLA for Azure Maps in terms of guaranteed uptime? So like it is what it is Azure Maps in terms of guaranteed uptime. So SLA is 99.9%. Okay, even you can do Google. Okay, and what is the new composite SLA? Remember, the new SLA include a third virtual machine and Azure Map. So it will increase definitely. Okay, it got 58% now because it got one third virtual machine. Next one, adding a virtual machine reduces the composite SLA. How can company offset this reduction? So increase the size of each virtual machine and deploy extra instances of the same virtual machine. So answer should be either A or B. Okay, increase the size of each virtual machine or deploy. So deploy extra instances of the same virtual machine across the different availability zone in the same Azure region to reduce the composite SLA. Okay, third virtual machine if you are adding. Next one, what approach might the company take in adding the augmented reality preview service to its architecture? So guys, answer is here like the special orders app is already in production. The special order app is mainly for use by retail employee. The development team can create last is your answer. The development team can create a prototype version of the app that includes the AR service that it tests out with select retail employees. So here you got answer B and here you got answer C. Which tool automatically keeps files between an on-premises Windows Server and Azure cloud environment? So like it is Azure File Service or Azure File Sync or Azure Storage Explorer or AZ Copy. So guys, Azure File Sync is the answer. Okay, this was the question I had to face in the examination. And which storage redundancy option provide the highest degree of durability with 16 nines of durability, like local redundant storage or zone redundant or geo redundant? You have to give with 16.9 of durability. Okay, so geo zone redundant gives you 16.9, you can see here. Next one, which Azure storage service support big data analytics as well as handling text and binary data type? So it is like which is the answer? Azure blobs, Azure files and Azure disk. So Azure blob is your answer. Okay, and we'll move to the next one. Which Azure virtual machine feature status update across virtual machine based on their update domain and fault domains? So it goes to, you got three answer: availability sets, scale sets and update sets. So answer is availability sets. Okay, it uses staggers. Okay, so availability sets is your answer for this question. Next one, which Azure service allow users to use cloud hosted version of Windows? Cloud hosted version of Windows from any location and connect from most modern browsers. So what it is, once again, Azure Virtual Desktop, Azure Virtual Machine or Azure Container Instance. So answer should go to Azure Virtual Desktop. Next question guys, which one of the following tasks is the responsibility of the data center administrator, like backing up and restoring database, creating dashboards and reports, creating pipelines to process data in the data lake? So you have to give responsibility of database administrator. So the very first one is your answer. Next, which role is most likely to use Azure Data Factory to define a data pipeline for an ETL process? So which role you have to select here? Like data engineer, data analytics, and data administrator. So data engineer is the correct answer because they take care of data pipelines. Next one, which single service would you use to implement data pipelines, SQL Analytics and Spark Analytics? So what it is actually, you have to find out. First mark here, be your answer. Okay, Azure SQL Database, Microsoft Power BI, no, it should not be your answer, or Azure Synapse Analytics. So answer will be last one. It includes native support for data pipelines, SQL and Spark. 60th question, guys. How many? So guys, now we are at 60th question. Okay, and here asking you, like, how many resource group can a resource be in at the same time? So answer is 1. Okay, and you can see the next question is, what happens to the resources within a resource group when an action or setting at the resource group level is applied? So the setting is applied to current and future resources. Let me take highlighter. So your answer should be C for this question, and for this question A. Okay guys, and the next question, what Azure feature replicate resources across a region? So it is Azure Fair. Okay, in some question they will ask you 200 miles. Okay, here you should not be confused. Okay, so even it is 200 miles or 300 miles, select region pair answer. And how is data in a relational table organized? So like it is row and column, header and footer, pages and graphs. So answer is row and columns. Okay, the first one. Next, which of the following is an example of unstructured data? An employee table with column employee ID, employee name, audio or video file? Yes, this is unstructured data. What is the data? What is a data warehouse? So guys, a non-relational relational database, or a relational database, or a storage location. So you have to tell about what is warehouse, data warehouse basically. So your answer should be a relational database optimized for read options. Okay, answer is B for this question. Next one, like you answer I have already revealed here. What Azure feature can help stay organized and track uses based on data meta associated with resources? This is the question one I had faced in examination, and yes, answer is tags. Next one is, what is the best method to estimate the cost of migrating to the cloud while incurring minimal cost? So what you can use like total cost ownership calculator to estimate expected cost. Okay, and next question is, how many parameters does an Azure blueprint artifact need to be valid? It is 0 only. Okay, next one is, like how can you prevent non-compliant resources from being created? Non-compliant resources from being created without having to manually evaluate each resources as it's created. So what you can do for this non-compliant resources? what you can use. Either you can use Azure policy or blueprint. So let's see the correct answer, Azure policy. Okay, and the next one, what service helps you manage Azure resource or your Azure, like what service helps you manage your Azure on premises and multi-cloud environment? So it is Azure Arc. Okay, and the next one is, what two component could you use to implement infrastructure as code deployment? So two technology you have to use, Azure Blueprint or ARM, Azure Policy, and Azure Arc, Azure Monitor and Azure Arc. So answer is A. Okay, Azure Arc is used to manage multiple locations. So here no concept of this wherever Azure Arc is mentioned. So you should select A, your answer. The next one is, which is not one of the recommendation category for Azure Advisor. So you can see reliability, capacity and cost. You have three options. So you have to select not, is not one of the recommendation. So capacity is your answer, B. Next, you receive an email notification that virtual machine in an Azure region where you have virtual machines deployed is experiencing an outage. So which component of Azure Service Health will let you know if your application is impacted? So you have three options here, Azure Status, Azure Service Health and Resource Health. So it will tell you Resource Health. Okay, Resource Health will give you information about it. Now we'll move to the next question. Which of the following statement is a characteristic of relational database? So all column in table must be of the same type of data. A row in a table represent a single instance of entity, and rows in the same table can contain different columns. So you can see the correct answer is a row in a table. Be your answer. A row in a table represents a single instance of an entity. Which SQL statement is used to query tables and return data? So like query, read, select. What is your answer here, guys? Answer is select. Until or unless you don't select anything, you will not get any output. Okay, and what is an index? So a structure that enables queries to locate rows in a table quickly, or a virtual table based on result of a query or predefined SQL statement. Answer is a structure that enables queries to locate rows in a table quick. A is your answer. Which Azure Active Directory tool can vary the credentials needed to log in based on signals? This was one of the questions I had faced in examination. So it is conditional access. Okay, it uses signals. The next one is, which security model assumes the worst case security scenario and protects resource accordingly? Zero trust, defense in depth, and role based. So answer is zero trust. You can see this is case security scenario. Next question. A user is simultaneously assigned multiple roles that use role-based access control. What are their actual permission? The role permissions, you got two questions here. Okay, the role permissions are role 1 read, role 2 write, role 3 read and write. He got these many permissions. Okay, but he has three roles. So what it is actually, you can see read, write, read and write. So what it is, read, write. Let's see, read, write. What are the elements of Azure table storage key. So you can see answer itself here. Okay, partition key and row keys. So it is already revealed here. Next one, what should you do to an existing Azure storage account in order to support a data lake for Azure Synapse Analytics? So here what we have to do, add Azure file share, create Azure storage table for the data you want to analyze, upgrade the account to enable hierarchical namespace and create blob container. So answer is C. You can see why it is enabling a hierarchical namespace. Add supports for Azure Data Lake Storage Generation 2, which can be used by Synapse Analytics. So answer should be C. Why might you use Azure file storage? Why you want to go for Azure file storage? Okay, to share files that are stored on premises with user located at other sites, to enable users to enable users at different sites to share files, and to share large binary data files. What is your correct answer here? C. Sorry, uh, to enable users at different sites to share files. Okay, answer is B. Next one, what is the benefit of single sign-on? So guys, a central identity provider can be used. The user signs in once and can then access many applications and resources. So answer should be B. Next one, which relationship allows federated service to access resources? So you have three options: claim relationship, shared access relationship, and trust relationship. So what it is? Trust relationship. Next one, you got two questions here and all are revealed. So authentication is the process of doing what? Authentication. This was one of the question I had to face in exam, guys. Verifying that a user or device is who they say they are. The process of tracking user behavior, enabling federated services. So authentication is what? Authentication is verifying that the user or device is who they say they are. What is hybrid work? So hybrid work, it got revealed here, like flexible work model that support a combination of remote office, on site, and on the go worker. Okay, the next question, what is the role of, which role is considered a frontline worker? So web developer for the tech companies, editor for a magazine, and sales associate for a grocery store. So you have to tell frontline worker. Okay, so sales associate for a grocery store. Now next one, what is Microsoft 365? So one-time purchase for innovative office app to install on one computer, or a subscription service for organizations that allow you to create and run PCs remotely, or a cloud-based subscription service that consists of integrated portfolio. Okay, so what is your answer? Answer should be A. And the next question is, all questions are revealed here. Which of the following Microsoft 365 subscription is designed for larger organization? So like Microsoft 365 Enterprise, Microsoft 365 Business, or Education. So if it is talking about organization, then it is Enterprise, because they need more number of users to use it. And the company financial controller wants to be notified whenever the company is halfway to spending the money allocated for cloud services. So which approach support this request? Create an Azure reservation, create a budget and spending threshold, create a management group. What should be your answer, guys, for this? answer should be like create a budget and spending threshold. You can select. Sorry, here it got messed up. Okay, so this is A, this is B, and this is C. This got messed up. So answer is B. Okay, this one you can see create a budget and spending threshold. So we'll move to the next one. Next is 89. So the controller identified. Now same scenario but little different. The company financial controller wants to identify which billing department each Azure resource belong to. Which approach enables track resource usage in a spreadsheet or place the resources in different region. Apply a tag. So apply tag will help you here. Answer should be C. Okay. Now the last question. Which option preserves data redundancy and offers comprehensive compliance and resiliency options? So you got Azure Active Directory, account, reasons and subscriptions. Three options and answer is regions. So guys, I am done with 19 questions and I wish you very all the best for your examinations. I'm sure 10 to 20 questions should come from here, or all should come I should say, because even if you are giving your time and if you feel it was informative, you know what you have to do. You can see here, like, share, comment and subscribe. I will meet you in next video with other topics and concepts which will be helpful for you and which help me to be you know certified guide today. And that is what I was sharing with you, my experience and how I was prepared for this examination, and I have done certification without any problem. So we'll meet you in next video. Till then, bye bye.